My friends, it's December 2020, and what a time to be alive. Hello and welcome to the GoldenEye SpeedLore Year in Review Special. Indeed, I've been doing these Year in Review specials dating back to about 2015 or so, even well before SpeedLore was as much of an established thing as it is now. And it's always a fun tradition to go through the year that was, sharing the epic untied world records and many other cool side stories in the community this year. There were 13 untied world records set this year, cutting 14 seconds off the total time of the game, and we will go through and watch them all, plus a number of other world records, personal bests, and other interesting clips that made this year another one for the books in GoldenEye speedrunning. Usually I do not have a run playing as I give my introduction. However, what is interesting with this year, and I would say the past few years, is that hoarding has become a bit of a popular thing, in recent times. There were a number of untied world records that were hoarded, set in 2019, but not revealed to the community until 2020, when a bunch of the lads revealed a thing called Project 2020, a great unhoard. Some would say maybe the best unhoard of all. This is largely due to it having the most untied world records in both GoldenEye and Perfect Dark. Some absolutely insane times. So, even though those records were not shared in the last year in review, because I didn't know about them at the time, they will be shared in this video. There are two in particular that we're going to watch. What we're seeing right now is actually Ace's Control Secret Agent 401. Control is such a long and complex level, I don't want to get super derailed on it. Ace has untieds on Control. I think he has the untied sweep, actually. I think Control 355 Agent is still untied. I hope so. Yeah, so he has untied sweep, and obviously this was done on the strength of these two hoarded times. He hoarded 401 Secret and 402 Double Agent in Project 2020, revealed them to the world, and it was an insane moment because it revealed the untied sweep, and he took back champion, first place in the game. And that was something that perhaps we'll get into a little bit in this video as well. Yeah, pretty amazing stuff. A lot happened. And this is only the beginning. So let's get into it a little bit more. Yeah, as some in chat have pointed out, there is a thing called Amalgamates Horde. This is a new Horde project that is apparently going to come out in late January or early February this year. That'll be interesting to see what exactly they have in store. Nobody knows who's in the Horde. Nobody knows what times will be revealed, but it could be some absolutely insane stuff. And I guess we'll find out in a month. And so in the 2021 year in review, I will have to, share some stuff that was missed in this review because it's probably being hoarded right now. That's probably the truth. Well, we're very close to the end of this run, and we'll just watch it play out and Perfect Ace achieve this marvelous Control Secret Agent 401 Untitled record. A truly remarkable and astonishing time. He said this on October 24th, 2019. He would get Control 00 402 like a couple days later, which is absolutely insane. But there are a couple other hoarded times from 2019, again, which were revealed this year only, that we're going to watch first. One of them is this. Surface 1 00 Agent 147 by Cali W. The Cali W Surface 1 times are so insanely remarkable, words can barely begin to describe them. The world record was 148, of course. Only a small number of people had 148. 9 folks. 147 was probably possible. At the time, 3 people would have had it on Secret Agent. So it was kind of known, like, okay, it'll probably happen eventually on 00, but 00 is so much harder to survive. You can see how often he's getting hit here. There's a nice boost, another boost. He's probably getting like a perfect like 10-0 boost rate, maybe more than 10 boosts, honestly, because he's getting these grenade launcher boosts as well. It's a lot of fun to play, but it's a very, very scary level. Very nerve-wracking. Oh my god, that safe pickup, he barely touched the edge of the safe just enough to pick up the contents inside. It was like the most optimal safe pickup I've ever seen in my life. And everything about this run is going to be absolutely perfect. Yes, he has ammo off-screen, which some believe reduces lag, although this is simply a myth. No one knows if it's true or not. Let's see what happens here. Insane warp, crouches in the hole, and he gets a time of Surface 1 00 Agent. .147. Once we get the slow roll, there we go. Insane time. This time remains untied to this day. Callie writes that it was his first ever GoldenEye Untied. He had 500 dupes. So just imagine getting 148 500 times. A time that would take you 2 minutes to play out. Times 500 is 1,000 minutes, which is like 17 hours worth of Surface 1 00 148s. You know, if you took every one of those 500 times back to back to back to back, it's 17 hours just of times that would have been the current world record. And that's not to mention how many failed runs or 149s or whatever else he would have had. So, unbelievable. And probably not the last we've seen of Callie on this, in tonight's show. Another hoarded time in Project 2020. This one was truly stunning. Was the time Surface 2 00 Agent 121 by Joey HBG, a new Brazilian player. He has since departed the community, kind of taken some time to work on his own things. But he got involved with the Project 2020 Horde, and he got this run, and this run is going to be really, really crazy. The record was 123 by Clem and Ace, and this has always been Clem's level. We might find out more about that later as well. So there's the first camera shot from miles away, and yeah, a new strategy was used in this run, which is really mind-blowing. People hoard to make a big show of it and make it really exciting. Second camera, now watch this. So there is a third camera way off in the distance that he hit through the fence. That was the new strategy. It saves like 5 seconds. Throws the nade. Enters the room here. Takes out the camera. And yeah. Yeah, that's insane. That's an interesting point, Cal, because you kind of wonder how did this new Brazilian man get involved in the Horde? And that makes sense. He didn't have any way to upload his video footage or capture it. So it was kind of a natural thing for him to do. It's insane that he got an untitled record, though. Service 200121. 5 seconds isn't all that uncommonly, because it's kind of like not necessarily a strat change. See, this level has always had various strats that are out there. And so it's kind of hard to say that it definitively would have saved like 5 seconds, because there's other stuff you could do that would also save that amount of time, as we'll find out. Yeah, so as the story in this one goes, he, and this time was achieved on December 5th, 2019. So we're not even in 2020 yet. But he recorded this on VHS. He had to go to a video capture store to get the run digitized in a file on which he could upload. And when he got the video back, the first few seconds of the run were missing. And that wouldn't have counted. It would have been a lost Untied forever. He had achieved 123 a couple months earlier, so he didn't skip 5 seconds, although you could argue that the third camera shot would save 5 seconds. And, yeah, he had to go back to the store and hope they still had his VHS tape so that he could get the front of, get the first few seconds of the run captured. They did have it, which is a nice relief. And so the run was saved. But it very, very closely came to not being saved and lost forever, which would have been, it would have been the most prolific time to be lost, I would say. This is how that camera looks if you don't do that fence shot. So this is Clem. He's on this. This is like a super old run. So instead of going to the fence and shooting through the snow, you have to come all this way up, and then shoot the camera, and then go all that way back. So yeah, probably 5 seconds is reasonable to say. So the time was shocking. That Joey 121 was absolutely shocking. We were stunned by it. As JD Black said in chat, he was in on the Horde, Project 2020. And they were all stunned. There was probably about 8 of them in their Discord chat, sharing their kind of trials and tribulations, attempting to score these cool records to reveal in the Horde and make the big show of. And I'm sure I'll try to link Project 2020 in the description of this YouTube video. You can watch it if you would like, but you should tune in for Amalgamates in a month or so. If you follow the Elite Twitter account, and you'll stay up to date on that, I'm sure. And yeah, so it's insane. Joey would have told the guys, "Oh my god, I got this 2-second Untied. I beat Clem and Ace," and it would have been unbelievable. And then he finally revealed that he actually did with the video and all. So really, really, really crazy stuff. And yeah, just this kind of unknown, strange Brazilian man who came along, left a mark on GoldenEye that will never be forgotten. I talked about his damn secret agent runs in the damn SA lore. And yeah, crazy guy. Now he's kind of left. We'll see if he ever returns or not. Maybe he will, maybe he will not. Nobody will know. He hasn't really PB'd since March, so he might be gone for good, which is kind of crazy. Yeah, it is interesting. You bring up a good point that he didn't even film it like on a shaky camera. It's good to at least do that for like historical preservation. Even if the run might not count, just to show it is kind of cool on its own. But yeah, very wild stuff. And of course, like I mentioned earlier, Ace also got 2 Control Untides. So those were the 4 GoldenEye Untides that were hoarded in Project 2020 that we would not have known about at this point last year. But now we are truly into 2020, and as a result, our first true record of the year is to be shown. This record is, I would be hard-pressed to say it's not the best record in the entire game. I would truly say that. Like, if I had to pick and say, what's the best record in GoldenEye right now, I would probably pick this record. It was also hoarded, but it was revealed only a few days after, because that was the launch date of the Project 2020 Unhorde. And as stunned as people were to see Ace's Untieds and Joey's Untied and Ace taking back champion of these other runs, everyone was more stunned to see this run, Surface 1 Secret Agent 146 by Cali W. For context, Gus Riolo, Cali, and Wodahs had 147 as the world record. It was a very, very, very good world record. Extremely good. Only these three men have had it. All three men used control style 2.x to get 147. Insane look down. That was so unlaggy. There's a boost. It's just going to be pure perfect boosts. It's like I'm in shock just watching this run back, honestly. It's maybe the most masterful run ever played, and what's insane is he actually back boosted himself right there. It wasn't like a terrible back boost that loses like 0.3 or 0.4, but that was like the one imperfection of the run. It kind of reminds me of these old stories. If you open the perfect safe pickup, it's like you hear these old stories of, like, you know, old women knitting quilts back in the days, and they would always make at least one imperfection in the quilt as to, like, not question the divinity of God, you know? And to me, like, that one missed boost on this run is, like, Cali's version of, like, you know, this run isn't quite God, but, like, almost. Almost. 146. To me, it's beyond incomprehensible. It was the closing run of the Project 2020 Horde. Our minds were completely fried when we had seen what had happened. Cali claims that he had over 1,000 147 dupes. So now again, go 107 seconds times 1,000. We have 107,000 seconds. This is over 29 hours. Again, think of this. 147. Wodahs had achieved the time. Riolo had achieved the time. They had both done it once. Cali then goes out and does what only two other players, arguably the best two 2.x players in the game, have done. And he does it 1,000 times, which would total over 29 hours of that caliber of world record back to back to back to back to back. We can see, like, only 15 guys even have 148. 147 was that good, you know. It's shocking and stunning. What is at least curious is that Cali claims he had several runs that were multiple frames faster than this one. He says this one's 147.1 real time, and he had some that was 146.4 real time. Yeah, it is kind of like a strange thing that the real time and game time doesn't always, like, mesh that well. But it is what it is. At the end of the day, we compete for the numbers on the screen, not some real-time score. It's silly to say, oh, the game is wrong. He got 146.4, and it showed 147 on the end screen. It feels strange to say, no, game, you're wrong about this, you know? Yeah, like, you can just see how low lag this room is. There's, like, no dropped frames. Stuff like that, I imagine, is what turned this run to 146 in-game. And yeah, it was also the run that broke the 1:11 barrier, and that is to say the overall total time of the game. Now we're at 1:10:46. So we do have 13 seconds more of Untides to get into, which we will indeed get into. Insane run by Callie. Yeah, I would say if I have to pick one best world record in the game, I would say it's that 1:46. Like, I can just imagine playing for it and, like, you would just be having, like, heart attacks. The last half of the level is so nerve-wracking when you're on a pace. It's like I would just be shaking through my whole core, you know? Unbelievable. The next Untied is one that I actually talked about in the last episode of SpeedLore, Facility Secret Agent. Even though it's Facility 00 is the Untied. It's Wodahs' 51. It's an insane Untied. I don't want to, like, gloss over it, but we did talk about it extensively in the last lore episode. He skipped 52. It's a level where skipping is on the table because there's a huge luck factor, which is Dr. Doak's position. You need him to be in the best of these 7 positions, which he was there. So Wodahs had 53, he'd been pacing 52 and 51. It just so happened that 51 was the run that completed for him. And then not only do you need Doak, you need a good Trev here as well. He just played it perfectly. Yeah, it is likely Wodahs' very best run. There's a really, really good music version of the video as well. I recommend watching the music version, it's insane. But even in the Facility SA lore, and again this is 00 still, well, the reason I showed it in Facility SA lore was because I had done Facility 00 years ago, in 2017, and obviously I didn't want to, you know, not include such an insane run that was sort of part of the level, right? Yeah, he used the song Blood on the Motorway, and I even included, like, maybe 8 seconds of it at, like, the tail end when I was editing that previous lore episode, and it still triggered the copyright on YouTube. So it's like, unfortunately, there's just no point in me showing the music version of the run tonight, but it is amazing. I recommend you check it out yourselves. It really adds to the journey of the 51. It really, like, it's an 8-minute video. You feel like you've gone along on the journey with Wodahs. So yeah, nuts. Absolutely nuts. Well, it gets even more nuts. I mean, this is what happens when you do a year in review stream. You're talking about all the Untides set in the game. Yeah, Luke brings up a good point that 00 is so much more insane than Secret Agent because, and keep in mind that Secret Agent's Untied still by Ace 51. On 00 you have less ammo, so you have to eliminate one more guard to get enough ammo to lure the door open. It is way, it's probably 10 times more difficult, I would say. Is that reasonable? No matter what time you're going for on Facility, the 00 counterpart is 10 times more difficult than the Secret Agent part. That's probably fair. Maybe 3 or 5 times more difficult, but it's a lot harder. But hey, insane stuff, amazing record by Wodahs. But we got a lot of records to get to. The next one is maybe indescribable. I had to do a whole video about it, of course. Let's just take a look. Let's just watch this run. So, Runway Agent 22 was the oldest record in the history of GoldenEye. It had surpassed times like Dam 53 and Bunker 117. And this relatively unknown speedrunner, Eric Bergman, came along and untied it with 21, which seemed perhaps not possible. But he did it. He personally went on a 2-year journey to get this time. 149 people had 22, the world record. And, you know, he says he started working on it in May 2018. He had 698 22 dupes in total. Special thanks to White Ted for technical help and strategy discussion. Thanks to BK and Cal for talking about ideas and believing in it. And thanks to everyone who did and didn't believe 21 was possible. Yeah, look, many people, for some reason, seem to have been inspired by a video I made years ago called Is Runway 21 Possible? People like that format of videos, I suppose. It's always a good time to make. And I guess that sparked something. I mean, Berg even started going for it before I made that video, believe it or not. So it was always this, like, fantasy time that may or may not come true. Cal wrote up a very, very, very nice post about it. It is true cycle. We're at a point now in GoldenEye where you have to duplicate your time 500 times before you beat it. So Cal wrote, and huge thanks to Cal for writing this post. A great, great post. Let's take a look at it. So Cal. Runway 21 fan club warning. There are no free untides in GoldenEye this year. I think Runway 21 was the least expected. Most knew Berg was working on something. Few thought he could actually do it. Harry was the biggest anti-21 believer, going as far as game sharking a 21 onto his cart. How rude. So Harry is sort of the community, maybe pessimist at times, I would say. Doubter. You know, every community needs that kind of guy who says no way. And so Harry, yeah, he game sharked a 21 in his cart. Even in the comments here, it's kind of funny. We see, like, 21 best time, and he's like, yeah, how did you get it? Be an untitled record. I'm that good, just forgot to record it. Unfortunate then. So that's kind of funny. Cal says, Berg and I have similar life experience. We'd hit it off well. I was always a 21 believer. BK mentioned that the Century Club Discord server was originally called Is Runway 21 Possible? So the Century Club was another, like, mini horde where the guys hoarded to get into the top 100. So not as, like, revolutionary as, say, getting insane on Untitled Records, but still, you know, a very cool project by them. You know, all these records, they were thought to be possible by most. It's absolutely true. They're still high skill. They're amazing records, for sure. But Runway 21 needed a new way to think about the level. Yes, indeed. Yep, I believe, yeah, the voice clip is here, so we're gonna get to that for sure. Berg DM'd Cal a video showing off a new juggle in the boss hut. Let's take a look. So the boss hut actually turned out to not save time. So he chucks a nade down there, gets the key, gets a boost, and gets boosted through the flames. It feels like it should save time, but it doesn't. Right? On paper, it looks to save time, and then he does this insane juggle and gets 9 boosts total, which is a great boost ratio, but it wasn't quite enough for 21 that run. You know, Cal describes these beautiful movements left, right, up, down to get each nade boost. And of course, that is a big part of it. He had a 44, or sorry, he had a 22 with 4.0 boost ratio. But there was something with the look down. He was looking down a lot, which saved a lot of time. And so this was not feasible. The look down made it so that he was saving more than like a boost's worth of time by looking down. Usually think a boost saves 0.3 each, so add 4 boosts you can get 21, but the look down saved like 0.2 there. And that's kind of what he gets into as well. The double hut boost was ruled out as not saving time. Ted developed a splits ROM to count every frame. Yes, exactly. So White Ted, the mad scientist of the game, became heavily involved here and would start getting these ROMs, these ROM edits in and figuring out exactly the timing of the whole level. Cal went to a bot in the Discord, said, "Is 21 happening? That look is good." Good stuff. Berg says he's getting close. He's getting close. He's getting close. I'm having a keen attack tonight's going to be good. Berg showed Cal the end screen. 21. And Cal says, "Wow, I have hairs in the back of my neck. It's insane. It's insanity. It is insanity." The lobby text reaction is nuts. Alright guys, I have an announcement. Put a ton of effort to try for 21. I'm retiring. I'm not playing for this anymore. And some people are sad. I'm sure some of the doubters are kind of... Some of the bears. Harry was very bearish on Runway 21. Some of those would say, "Oh, I've been proven right. I've been proven right. No way he got 21. Says, "Yeah, I'm just over it. Berg is over it." But he was feigning the truth. Runway 21 untied, and then everyone just loses their mind. I don't know. I'm surprised Cal screenshotted all of this. This would have been an insane file to make and scroll through. People are just absolutely losing it. Nobody can handle it. There's the yeah, wow, unbelievable. The voice reaction was clipped on Paracusia's stream.
Oh my god,
oh no! Whoa, what the? What?
Did he get it?
Wait, he
what?
got it?
There's a video! Holy shit!
Oh my god, he got it!
Wait, what?
Oh my god!
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Can we sync it? Can we all sync it? Let's all sync it at 0. Let's all sync it at 0.
Yes.
Everyone open the video. Everyone open the video.
It's
No way. Please be a jump
No,
scare.
no one stream the video. No one stream it.
It's a screamer.
It's gonna get laggy. It's gonna get laggy. Everyone just play.
Voice chat me,
Okay, I'm ready.
Is everyone ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
Go.
Okay,
I can't watch it,
3, 2, 1, go.
go.
No way, dude.
This better look insane.
So they were all impressed. They could not believe that he had actually done it. Yeah, it's let's take another look. They were reacting at that time to them seeing that the time come up on the Discord notification, the Discord bot showing that the new time was posted. And look, everyone was super excited about it. I do have a deep dive video about it on my main channel, so you can watch that if you want to know more. But it's insane. The key was this. There were obviously 2 keys. One of the keys was throwing a grenade in the hut, passing away those 2 guards, which somehow lowered leg on the rest of the level. We had no idea this was the case. And then he learned how to throw 8 grenades up in the air and get boosts. This is a new technique. This was not done before. And he was the first person to do this, so... Unbelievable stuff from Berg. A heroic untied world record. Maybe the most heroic untied we will ever see. I mean, geez. We're only 3 untieds into 2020, and already we've seen some crazy stuff. We have seen some absolutely crazy stuff. Okay. Well, up next is maybe one of the more surprising untieds of the year, I would say. Oh yeah, that's true. Will Zelliver, who is now in the top 5 in Perfect Dark. I guess I didn't mention that the Perfect Dark in review, there was like 39 untieds in Perfect Dark this year, so I could not fit it in with this video. I'll do it later in January. I'll probably do 1 or 2 or maybe 3 streams for the Perfect Dark year in review. But Will Zelliver, before he rose up the rankings of Perfect Dark, getting to 5th place where he is now, he was actually the last person. There's Zella there. He was the last person to get runway 22 in GoldenEye as a world record. And by the time he woke up, it was gone. Berg had got the 21. So, yep, that's Berg's little, or Zella's claim to fame in GoldenEye, at least. Okay. Yes, the next Untied is actually quite fascinating. I would say it was one of the most surprising. Nobody really knew that he was going for it. Gus Riolo, I mentioned earlier, was one of the folks with Surface 1 Secret Agent 147. Perhaps having lost that run, lost that record, due to Cowley beating it, he had a bit of a spark of vengeance. He wanted to get back in there and get an insane record. Yeah, nobody really knew this was on the table. Depot 0046 had been set the year previously. Was a good record. Wodahs, Joris, and Gus had all tied it. But there was really no sign that 45 was like really out there for the taking. But Riolo decided to go for 45 anyways. And I don't know if anyone knew he was going for it. But he would get it, and we would be... I was certainly stunned when I saw that it had happened. I actually had attempted 46 in early 2018. I came up short. And I thought, okay, 46 is out there, maybe someday I'll go for it. But no, because Riolo had lowered it to 45, it is still untied. We're going to watch the run. You know, of course, I've got to give a big shout out to all my SpeedLore champion supporters on Patreon. I literally just took all of you guys and I just randomized to see what untied you would all get dedicated tonight. So Riley P, thanks for supporting SpeedLore on Patreon. This runs for you, Riley. The amazing and incredible Depot 00 Agent 45 by Gus Riolo. Nice shots there. Rolling in. Open the gate. Obviously you shoot in the cutscene to get this door open. He gets a boost. That's very, very nice. Misses the headshot, not a big deal. Gets 5 shots on the mainframe and then leaves immediately, and it completes. That is nuts. To be able to hit 5 shots in the mainframe as you're entering is really insane. 5 perfect shots on the ammo dump. Nice shot, shot and turn. Then he just strafes through here cleanly enough for it to be 45. Obviously, most of this was made in the mainframe room, although the rest of it was perfect as well. Yes, stunning. Still untied, Stunning, stunning, stunning. Yeah, right here, I mean, I can't believe he gets 5 shots on the mainframe with the PP7. And he even missed one. He, like, spent the whole clip. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pfft. Unbelievable run. Yeah, that just goes to show you really, really insane. I mean, it was just insanity everywhere. One might argue that GoldenEye speedrunning has become too insane. Simply too insane. I'd be hard-pressed to disagree. It's too hard, everyone's too good. And that's that. Depot 0045 by Gus Riolo. Amazing, amazing stuff. Way to go. Way to go. Well, more Untides. This one, believe it or not, is an Untide from our usual SpeedLore co-researcher, Joris Quevedo. Young Frenchman. Joris played jungle. He got 49 on Agent, and then the record was 52 Secret Agent. He wanted 52 Secret Agent really badly. He had choked 52 Secret Agent many times. It was held by 3 players, Carl, Clem, and Irie Butler. After many, many chokes of Jungle SA 52, Joris, sometimes you call it the jackpot run. Ilu once skipped Jungle Secret Agent 56 to 54, and he called it hitting the jackpot. And I think that's perhaps how one might describe this as well. It's like, similar thing with Wodahs' facility 0051 is that, like, in a way, you know what's out there, but you're not expecting to jump over it and get there. Joris had never even so much as paced this time of 51. He had only ever paced 52s. But still, he went out there, and he got this amazing run. I gotta give this one a dedication to our SpeedLore champion, Madry Bread. Thank you for all your support this year on Patreon. Let's have a look. Jungle, you know, a lot of people have 52 on Agent. So for 51, oh, he shot Natalia in the cutscene. That's insane. So he was using the 2.x control style. Very nice. Nice boost. Perfect run so far. Let's see this Xenia. I mean, I think those were 9 headshots in a row, which is what she takes. I think he didn't miss a single one of those headshots. This mine technique is very interesting. Detonates the mines A completed. Yeah, insane run. I don't really have, like, much to say about it. It's just an insane run. He's just using every single optimization that we know to be a thing. And putting it all together in this super clean run. Yeah, exactly. How do you beat that? It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. So he starts at full speed, 2.x. Gets the slap. Gets the rifle. Throws the mine. Gets a boost. Doesn't detonate to save leg, throws that mine without changing strafe. So this is a fairly new innovation on the level as well. Throws another mine. That's when he detonates all the drones. So he saved you know, a use of leg until that point. Every single shot hits her head. 2.x starts at full speed. Throws the mine, doesn't get backed by that drone. Gets a boost off of the ammo dump destruction. Objective C completes. Objective A completes, and he warps perfectly. Just... it is what it is. It is what it is. Unbelievable run by Joris. Huge congratulations. Where do we go from here? Well, we go to, again, what many people may consider is the best record set in the game, maybe ever. You know, even though I pick Surface 1, Secret Agent 146, I think this shows you the quality of runs set this year. I did mention this one in my year in review video, but it bears to mention again. Train Agent has always been the level of Mark Rutsu, at least in the 2010s decade. Mark untied the level with 59 on New Year's Eve 2010. Literally 10 years ago. He would hold the untied continuously for the next 7.5 years. Lowering it from 59 to 58 to 57. Henrik Weister Norgren would tie the 57 in April 2018. Henrik is a madman. He decided to play for 56 over and over and over again. He does a lot of, like, science in the game, testing out strategies and techniques, looking into how things work. But when he did play, he would play Train Agent for 56. He had, you know, got 14800, which is still untied in early 2018. And I guess he thought, maybe it'll take me 5 years, but maybe I can get the untied sweep on Train. And so even though people knew he was going for 56, and we knew it was possible, we were still all incomprehensibly stunned when this run was revealed. A big thanks and dedication to our SpeedLore champion, Mr. Moxie, for supporting the series all year on Patreon. Thank you very much. Enjoy this unbelievable run, which I think many would say is the best run in GoldenEye history. Yeah, so a big thing on Train Agent is that at the ending, if you escape the train fast enough, without passing away Ormov, and run to the ending before he would have passed her away, the level just completes. Because it doesn't check that, like, you saved her, it only checks that she has not passed away herself. And it wasn't expecting you to, like, be able to get the locks done and get out of the level so fast. Now, most players would barely be able to make this time frame. You get the locks, you get out about as that message disappears. Like, you would leave the train now, and you would barely complete the mission. That's certainly what I do. That's what most people do. You get a good train run, might be a PB, and, like, you barely miss. Your locks are, like, a second too slow to complete the mission. Because Ormov, you know, shoots at Natalia the moment before the level fades out. Henrik has somehow managed to do locks so insane that he saves, like, roughly 5 seconds over the bare minimum needed. It's like, in a way, when you approach the level train, you think, okay, I just want to get a good run and then escape and complete the level. But, like, Henrik's like, no, I'm going to save 5 seconds in the locks by getting the most insane locks anyone's ever seen. And, like, obviously Mark Rutsu would do this as well on his Insane on Tides, which are insane and deserve their own acclaim. But this run is just so insane. There was one moment I noticed here. Like, this is just what 1,000 hours of training experience does. There are 2 guards coming up. Usually you would get stuck on 2 guards side by side. It's very, very, very hard to, like, not get trolled. The laser is going to get, like, meat shielded by one of the guards. But because he's so experienced on the level, he melts through the 2 of them as if it's nothing. It's like, I don't even know what he did there. He pulled off some kind of sorcery. Leg shot? Another leg shot. And then, like, a body shot. It's like... This run is mind-blowing. Many would say that this is the best record in the game. It is incredible. Words cannot describe it. It is, in a way, pointless to even criticize or compare these sorts of records. However, the reason I personally think that Surface 1 SA 146 is the best record of the year is because, like, I don't know who is ever going to tie that. Whereas, like, we all know Mark Rutsu, if he wanted, could summon those dark arts that Mark Rutsu summons and probably manage Train Agent 56. It's a good way to describe them. Wexy Lever. Now, as we see here, this is like luck. It's like luck where these 2 guards are in relation to your pace for the train, in relation to the leg, in relation to all the other guards you've eliminated. All these things, like, blend together and impact one another. But it's like, he gets rid of these 2 guards and then lands at the locks. He is slightly off the locks. If he landed in such a way that he was a little bit more on the locks, it maybe could have... You could see some time save there, right? He lands, he's a little bit on the door first, and then on the locks. He does insanely well here by hitting the last 2 while he's crouching down. That is amazing. That is brilliant. But it is believed that 55 is possible. Just imagine he landed right on that lock when he entered there. And it is largely luck-based because you don't know how laggy the level's going to be, where the guards are going to be, and all that kind of stuff. So it doesn't take away how insane 56 is. It's unbelievably insane. But it's known to be... I mean... You know, there's kind of this spectrum compass, I don't know, of GoldenEye records where it's like some records that are like max, like Runway 22 was believed to be maxed. It was one of the easier records in the game. So more optimized doesn't necessarily mean better, right? And so even though this might not be perfectly optimized, it is still beyond words. I mean, Mark has 57, no one has 58, and then 4 people have 59. So that, like, shows you how insane 56 is. If it weren't for Mark, this would be a 3-second Untied on an agent level, which is just nuts. And no, you can't get a boost on Agent, at least, running to the end. If you could, we would have seen it many, many times by now. You don't see it, so that's not possible, unfortunately. Well, what's next? April 29th, 2020. This was another surprising record. So the brief cliffs on this one are that one of the first records, Untied records, that was live streamed on Twitch was Ace getting Bunker 200 54 seconds. The record was 55. I think Rutsu had it. Clemens and Rutsu had it. Ace fairly leisurely got 54 in June 2013. So maybe it wasn't the first Untied stream live on Twitch, but it was one of them. That 54 remained untied for somehow like 4 years. Before Greenunet Ludovic Begon matched it in December 2017. Greenunet was kind of more of a perfect dark player. And I guess he just really liked Bunker 000, and so he went out and tied Ace's Untied world record. I think that record was the longest standing Untied at the time. So of active Untieds, it was the oldest one. And there's actually a video on the SpeedLore channel right now, a fireside about the current LSUs, as we call them, longest standing Untied. So that one was starting to get up there, 4.5 years, and then Greenunet came along and tied it. I remember Alex Anderson tried to tie it a lot. He got a lot of close runs, but could never quite nail the 54. Greenunet did. And I guess this year, Greenunet said, you know what? Bonjour. Je vais jouer le Bunker 2. 00 Agent. And so he did. And he got this very, very good run. This one goes out to our SpeedLore champion, Dr. Slochter. Huge thanks for supporting the SpeedLore series on Patreon. Let's all take a wonderful look at this insane run by Ludovic Begon. I really like that hollow sounding game capture. Two slaps. Open Natalia's cell. Shoot there to... no back boosts. Shoot there to lure... I didn't even hear him pick up the tape. Shoot there to lure a clipboard guard later. There's gonna be 5 guards over there. I mean, all these... this is so high skill. It's incredible. It's so high skill. Key. Clip... dossier. That guard luckily had the clipboard. Objective A completed. Insane shot. Oh, that guard had the clipboard. That is nuts! Wow, I honestly did not know that. He didn't get the clipboard. And then, luckily, the guard over there had it. That is unbelievable, dude. Bunker 20053. What? I'm stunned. I'm legitimately stunned at this record. You don't know how hard this is to play until you try it. Like, if you're a somewhat new player and you play this level, oh yeah, 52 is doable for sure. Because, like, imagine Green ignored the guards after the dossier safe and simply went for the other clipboard guard. There was, like, a mild hang-up on that guard, maybe 0.2 as well. But, like, I cannot... You just have to pick up a control and try yourself to see how insane these camera shots are. There's no auto-aim on cameras in GoldenEye. Okay, let's say you just ditched those guards and just ran through. Could have maybe saved a second there. But, like, the The odds of the clipboard guard being in that location are so insanely low. He could have had a better warp there as well. But, like, again, we're criticizing an insane Untied in 2020. You know, what's the point? Bunker 20053. Insane, insane time by GreenUnet. Wow. Okay, well, on to the next run, I suppose. Great job, GreenUnet. So, in the month of April, back in April, remember how we were talking about our pal Joris Quevedo, another compatriot of GreenUnet, 2 Frenchmen. Joris was playing jungle. We saw his 51 secret agent, a very, very insane time. He would go for 5300. I believe this run, yeah, you can see he's losing frames. This happens. You know, we all know, look at these frames being lost. You know, there's been Mario 64 runs that have been unverified due to frame drops. It happens in speedrunning in 2020 that sometimes your capture will fail. I mean, look, that's bad. That's really bad. One back boost off Xenia, though. That wasn't... His Xenia wasn't as insane as his SA 51. Yeah, right there. Ooh, that was bad. That was bad. And so, as a result, this 53 by Joris was back-rolled. It was back-rolled. A shame, because it was a very nice run. Joris would take it upon himself to attempt to duplicate the time over and over. And that's a hard quest. It's a hard pill to swallow, as they sometimes say. You know, go out there and duplicate this very challenging record which you just achieved. Now, he was able to do this in due time. However, he would go to his fellow countryman's house. Yeah, this was backrolled. This was indeed backrolled. In July, I guess I was going to say, is there a French holiday in July? July 4? I think the day where they fly over the Arc de Triomphe is like in May, I think. But for one reason or another, he went to his friend's house, Green. They would hang out. Bastille Day, that's it. I think that's in May, right? I think Bastille, maybe June. I don't think they were hanging out on Bastille Day. 14 July. So this run was actually a week and a half before Bastille Day. So yeah. So that wasn't it. This is what I was thinking of when I was like, there we go. That's what I was thinking of. So this wasn't to celebrate. Maybe it was, because it was only the next one we're gonna watch took place 10 days before Bastille Day. Joris is playing. He's chilling with Green, and Joris gets this speedrun. Let's take a look. I imagine that was going to be the full run. It wasn't. We'll swap over to the subtitle version at the end. You can hear, you don't need the subtitles during the run. Chucks the mine. A boost. You don't really want to boost on double low because you only have 8 bars of health. And they do a bar and a half. Now remember, his 53 Xenia wasn't that insane. Let's see if this Xenia is any better. Oh my god, no. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, let's switch back over. Right, you heard that. Insane Xenia. Green stands up from the couch.
Come on. Oh putain. Je pense que c'est la bonne. Yes! 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 Fucking double Untitled World Record! Oh my god! Oh my god! Yes! Yes! That's what I call a fucking redemption shit. Oh putain! Oh putain! Putain, quand j'ai vu la main, je me suis dit, oh la vache! Exactement comme pour ça. La même chose.
Ouais, c'est exactement la même qu'on voulait.
Oh la vache! Je me dis putain! J'ai cru que j'allais me faire back au crate à la fin. Je me suis dit oh la vache! Et je me suis pas fait back, j'ai fait un peu de la merde et je me suis dit putain! Yes! Yes! Et du coup je vais reposer mon 53 et maintenant le 52, parce que je suis la date originale. Yes! Je fais une petite signature. Putain, je tremble. Yes! Oh la vache! This is my first meet and this might be my best meet ever. We're gonna train 100 and jungle 0052 untied. Oh my god, dude. Trying to do 53.
Insane.
I always said the only way I get 53 is to skip the dupe, and I did. Oh my god. Man, people doing this are going insane.
So he knew 52 was possible, he knew it was out there. Obviously his 53 didn't have that insane of a Xenia. And yeah, so I guess he didn't dupe 53 before this. So his 53 had been back-rolled. He was playing trying to get it again, and he happened to... So it was like almost a stroke of luck that his 53 had frame drops and was back-rolled so that he would have to play for 53 again. And by chance, or by destiny, it was the run he would get 52 on. So very, very amazing stuff from Joris. A big congratulations to Joris on these untitled records he achieved this year in GoldenEye. 2 untides. Only one player had more untides than Joris. There are... what would it be? 8? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 guys had 1 untied. Joris had 2. And... well, the next runner had 3 untides on the year. So, you know, another video topic that I had made over the year was, you know, people love the is X possible? Is X possible videos. At some point in 2019, Statue 00 Agent was the longest standing world record that was still out there. Period. It had stood for some insane amount of days, 4,500 days. It was second to Surface 1 102. That's right, second. It was originally set in 2008 by Boss. There had been a number of close calls on 217 over the years. McGarv had failed 217. A bunch of guys were close. But they were simply unable to get the time. in this thread, I decided one day to post a strange... I just felt like making a strange prediction. So on August 10th, I was like, you know what? For fun, let's just make a post. Someone's just got to make a post, you know? And I said, look, Statue 217 will first happen on Secret Agent, or even Agent. Players are very good. Pacing 217, even by players who don't have 218, pacing 217 is possible even for guys who don't have 218 completed yet. So at this point, all the statue records were 218, 218, 218. I think on one of these runs, someone with 218 on 00, but 219 on SA, for example, will get a 217 pace run and complete the flight recorder. There's just too much bad energy surrounding Statue 00217 at this point, so the dam must break another day. I made this post, and I was like kind of trolling. I was trying to initiate some energy. You know, let's see what spark of magic we can light. You know, some people really buy into cosmic energy and these, you know, magic and dark arts and all this kind of crazy stuff. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. But it's hard to explain what happened next otherwise. The very next day, Cali W achieved this speedrun. Quite literally the next day. So again, Statue 00218 had stood at this point for more than 12 years. It was the second oldest world record in the game, and was a top 10 oldest of all time. One of few records to ever make it past 4,000 days as a record, more than 10 years. Only 8 records had done so. Insane strafing. This Val leave is really nice. I think he strafes on Val, maybe? Is that what he does? No, on the rock. So he's like leaving with a really good full speed. That might save 0.1. Insane Trev shot. That message. Slap 5 times. Boost. 3 boosts. Dude, that grenade going off could have trolled a lot of things. Guard almost got in the way. This is just a run of destiny, honestly. $38.6 on the C, 35.4 return. That's unbelievable. Now he only has a roughly 1 in 9 shot of getting the correct flight recorder. This run seems to be on 2:17 pace. Objective E completed. Yeah, his look down is insane. Statue was a non-leggy level, so people often wouldn't look down. But it paid dividends for Cali here on August 11, 2020. The day, like the morning after this post. Like, I don't know if Cali was going for it before, or if he saw this post and was like, let's see if I can get this and prove Goose wrong, you know, maybe, I don't know what happened, but he nailed it. And, of course, he references that post in his, you know, times page here. No fails achieved 2 months after getting his first PB on this level. I mean, this guy is a gamer. You know, this guy's a gamer. His first PB on statue was June 2020. And, I mean, how good you have to be at the game. It's like, you start playing in June, the record on the stage is 12 years old, and in a matter of 2 months, you've beaten this 12-year-old record. Yeah. It's nuts. It's nuts. Yeah, Cali has failed 217 with like 1 boost or 0 boosts, or maybe even 1 back boost, and so this suggests 217 may be possible, or 216 may be possible, which is insane. JD Black is in here saying that Cali had played Secret Agent first, had 15 217 fails there. So yeah, and he may be the Magnus Carlsen of GoldenEye. He is a prodigy. I mean, he's a, you know, I did make a video about his statue records. I referenced the fact that he's a very good melee player. He used to play against Armada, I think, like, and, you know, hold his own. So Cowley is, he's a god gamer. I mean, that's like all there is to it. He's a god gamer. This is like what you would, that's the term. That's the terminology one would use. Cowley's a god gamer. I mean, it's like when you think of like everything I talked about in these records, like there's so much soul poured into each stage of the game. Like, it might be weird to say in a way, but it's like people have literally sacrificed their lives. Like, their livelihoods, their productivity, their sanity. People have given up, you know, for better or worse, maybe many times worse. People give up a lot to, like, grind out 1 second improvements in this game. And many people have played for Statue 217 over the past 12 years and not gotten. And Cali, like, essentially cakes it within 2 months of having played the level. Like, if that's not a prodigy. I know prodigy usually is reserved for a very young person. I think Cali is, like, in his mid-20s. But, like, you get the picture, you know? That's insane. Of course, Statue 00 and Secret Agent kind of go hand in hand. And what is interesting, though, and noteworthy is that 218 happened on 00 in 2008. It did not happen on Secret Agent until 2012, 4.5 years later. And it didn't happen on Agent until 2014, 2 years after that. So it would have been perfectly understandable if Cali did not play for Secret Agent and simply allowed 218 to remain the record there for months or years. But since he is a god gamer, that is not what he did. He went out there for Secret Agent. 12 days later, he got this run. A run so remarkable, it's dedicated to our SpeedLore champion, Sammy Limex. A huge thanks for supporting SpeedLore on Patreon, Sammy. Let's marvel in this wonderful replication. Statue 217, now on Secret Agent. Nice boost. Ooh, almost a boost there. Insane, like, his Trev shot is so fast. Like, oftentimes if you go for the Trev shot that early, it will fail, even if you hit it. Two boosts this time around. Jonas 00, a grenade went off, which can pass away the shotgun guards, which causes them to respawn later in the level, and they can come and like troll and back boost you. They could also boost you though. It would have been insane if something like that happened on 217. It would have made it like that much more like ridiculous. Almost gets stuck. Like he played that so perfectly. So many guys, even veteran players, would have like caused that guard in the way to like mess them up. I think it's kind of a Clemens myth, Jack. Not that it's particular to Clemens. It's a myth. As in it's uncertain knowledge, but I do believe that shotguns give you a better boost, a faster boost. I do believe so. Got the flavor card E before D. He's playing on the English version now. I think the answer is yes, Sammy, but I'm not sure. Yeah, 217, Secret Agent. The record on Agent remains 218 to this day. Some are suggesting that maybe 217 has happened and it's being hoarded. 5 people have 218 Agent. The difficulty with Agent is that the Trev shot, you have to shoot Trev has to take damage and recover, and then he starts speaking as soon as he's recovered. The fastest way to do this is a body shot. He goes like, woo, and then he recovers. On Agent, though, the body shot passes Trev away. You have to hit him like a weird shoulder shot, which is way more precise from that distance, as you can see. So Agent is way, way harder to complete. I legitimately have not hit a Trev shot on Agent since the year 2006, to put into perspective. So SA00 are way easier for this trick. And that's why Agent is slower. You also get fewer boosts on Agent. And you're not on not at risk of passing away on this level, really. So that's why 00 is like the faster of the 3 difficulties. Yeah, Callie also duped 00 Agent 217. He got it on both versions, Japanese and English. And it only took him like a month to... Oh my god, yeah. I mean, look at this, though. It's insane. It's like Statue 00217 on English... System record, no fails yet again. So he had never failed 217. 00 Agent. Look at his times page. This guy could become champion. He legitimately could become champion. I don't know why he's not already champion of the game. If he played every level, he would be champion. There's like no doubt in my mind. Insane. 217, my 4th on time GoldenEye, 2 ratio. Had to look down a lot. I had 19 fails and 32 completed 218s. I mean, how consistent is the guy? Best 217 fail only had a side boost after Trev. So on that run, 217 fail with a side boost. If you got 4 boosts, that's 216 easily. That's all there is to it. Wow. Okay, 3 more Untides this year for 4 seconds cut. If we think back and remember one of the first records I showed, it was that of Joey HPG on Surface 2 00 Agent. A new discovery was found on Surface 2. If we remember that run, early on, he must obtain a grenade from a guard. This happens once every, like, 30 animations or so. He uses the grenade later to complete Objective A, which is destroy the communications link right here. Objective B. Objective B. A is the cameras. Okay. So, having to get a grenade to destroy that, it saves like 30 seconds over like having to go to a random hut and getting a key off of a guard to open that, like, the door where that communication stuff is. So it's very important to get the grenade, and it happens like every 20 or 30 minutes. When a level plays like that. Like the old Cradle used to play like this. You need a grenade to get rid of Trev. It makes it really inconsistent because you're only really getting one attempt at the run every like 30 minutes. So you can't be, you don't want to be as risky, you don't want to like YOLO things too much, you know? Okay. A technique was discovered on this level in which you no longer needed a grenade. Let's simply watch the first untied world record set as a result of this. You can imagine now, you can basically risk everything. One of the reasons this Joey HBG run was so insane is because he goes for this insane camera shot on a run where he has the grenade. That's a good point. Alchemaz, there were techniques that were known where this was possible before, but a new one was discovered that really made it super possible. And without losing much time, let's just watch the run and go over it. This is our pal JD Black. He's in chat. Insane. He nails a pyramid in chat, pretty epic, for his run. It was his first GoldenEye Untied. I believe he had gotten Untieds in Perfect Dark before, or he has since, so a great player at both games. Now, I believe the voice reaction is not in this video, but his face perhaps tells it all. And it's kind of the classic on the stream it says he's playing Caverns, which he is not playing. So it's kind of fun. You can see now he's looking down, doesn't need to get the grenade. Yeah, it's kind of a classic thing to not bother to update the level you're playing on stream. It's a classic GoldenEye player thing to do. Okay, gets a one-clip camera. Very, very nice. Insane shot. Insane shot. Oh, a guard did pull a grenade. That actually would have maybe saved time. But it's going to control him now with leg. He's going to go for this window shot. Hits it. Now watch this. You can destroy the communications by shooting through the wall there. Again, it doesn't save time. It actually technically loses like a second over an ideal grenade. But because you do not have to get a grenade, you can be more risky all around and be more consistent, and that's huge. Surface 2 double agent. 120 untied by JD Black. Amazing, amazing run. I'm sure he popped off in Discord somewhere and good stuff. Yeah, and you know, JD is like I say, plays Perfect Dark, he plays GoldenEye, he's quite good at both of them. Very active in the community. You know, he's kind of like the young blood of the community. You know, this kind of central figure, the new soul of the community. Always around, always involved. And it's kind of like he's one of the younger guys carrying the torch now and making the elite, the GoldenEye Perfect Dark speedrunning community more than just a leaderboards, more than just a website ranking times. He's one of the guys who kind of makes it a community involved in these projects and hordes and hanging out in voice chat and all that kind of stuff. So a very, I would say, a significant member of the community in 2020 with his first GoldenEye Untied. And that's epic, very nice stuff. The Madman, 120, skipped from 123, untied world record when set. Don't we all love to see that? But of course, Surface 200 is the level of one man and one man only. That man is indeed Dave Clemens. I could probably spend an entire lore episode going over Clemens's quest just for this time, let alone all the other records he has achieved on Surface 200 through his career. I believe it amounts to like 6 Untides. We'll take a look after this run. He got it off stream while watching someone else play.
I think it's this run.
And then he's showing it on stream. Similar in a way to Wodahs' Streets 112. Although not the same reaction, but...
Dude, I'm so hyped right now. Oh my god. Finally.
You know, this run is... I mean, his quest was really, really insane. Yeah, unbelievable stuff he went on to get this time. You know, a remarkable record. I got a shout out for this record. A brand new SpeedLore champion, believe it or not. Never-ending power fail. Our newest SpeedLore champion. Thank you for supporting SpeedLore on Patreon. Let's enjoy Clemens marveling in his latest Untitled record.
Got this where I wanted it. Finally.
He had a lot of close calls.
And it's the last day I can play for like 2 days too, so I gotta get ready for... Yeah, I think this is the run.
JD had the record for...
Oh man.
11 days. 11 days.
Watch how I do the third camera. Last bullet, dude. I didn't do the third camera exactly if I wanted to, but I heard the last bullet hit. I knew I got it. I was like, oh my god.
I can't believe that hit, honestly.
Nice setup through the window. Three hits.
So
Not the best, but
that was
comms,
faster.
dude. Look how good the comms were, man. I was like, okay, this is my one shot here. Don't birdie the mine throw. I was like, just don't birdie the mine throw. I was so nervous, man. Look, it was a low 8. It was a low 8. I probably lost 117, but I lagged in. It wasn't that bad. It was like a decent missed work. Yeah, it wasn't a bad missed work. Oh my god, dude. Holy shit. Thanks, everybody. I'm really hyped. Thanks. I appreciate it. I'm sorry I didn't stream it. I wanted to, but...
No, it is a lot easier to play off stream. I mean, his window shot was a lot faster than JD's, if we watch. So check this out. 1, 2, 3, and he's on his way. Whereas JD's run is a lot more time spent there. You got a nade going off, which sees kind of takes some time to set up for it, and then maybe a second there, and then Clem had an insane comms instead. It is hard to tell where the time difference is, but and probably a little bit around the whole level in general, right? But yeah, Clem played for this for it felt like ages, right? Because even JD took about a week to get that untied, I would say, from when the kind of strategy was refined, like, oh, this actually could work to get an untied on this level. So, hey, these things take time. One of the interesting pages in the GoldenEye World Record Database is this one. It's called Combined Duration Untied. And so it basically tracks how long is the most amount of time anyone has had a record across all of history. And so, like, for example, Mark Rutsu has had the record on Train for 2,600 days untied, right? Almost 7.5, 8 years. He lowered his own untied multiple times. And this is actually a very interesting page because it really illustrates, like, a lot of the early legends of the game. Like, Wodahs is on here a lot. Because Wodahs racked up days early on in the history of the game. Boss is on here a lot. And so it kind of paints a big picture about the all-time history of the community. I would say the only notable person who's not on this list on any of the levels is Ilu. We can see Ilu has held Untides in his career for 4,100 days. That's a long time. And even like Sterling appears on this list, which is kind of cool, right? Because Sterling's times have mostly become, you know, irrelevant over the past 20 years, but he still makes it on this list, which is pretty cool because, again, he got records back in the day that lasted 2.5 years, and no one's Untied has lasted that long since then. So, what is insane on this list is there's only one box where someone has had the Untied for more than 3,000 days, and it's Clemens on Surface 200. 3,851 days. Which is like more than anyone in, it's more than like only 12 people have had Untides. All of their Untides together have been more, right? All these people who have Untides don't add up to how long, like look, the current champion of the game, Wodahs, Luke, like these great players, all of their Untides added up don't give as many days as Clemens on Surface 200 alone. It's absolutely insanity. Yeah, he's had the Untied on Surface 200 for, I mean, you know, 128, 127, 126, 125, 123, and now again 118. And so it's like, yeah. There's a reason I've like put off Surface 200 as a SpeedLore episode until, you know, one of the last episodes, if ever. You know, it might just deserve its own, you know, 1.5 hour world record progression video instead. It's simply that insane. Well, there's only one Untied left this year. It's one we're all gonna know well. The master himself. Mark Rutsu's Damn 00154. Yep. Obviously, Damn 00, it was known in 2017. You could get the basement door to open, lure it open, it saves about a second. Mark had kind of left the community after all his, you know, silo nonsense. But in October, he announced he was going to return. He was going to start streaming again. He was going to play. He was going to play GoldenEye again, and so he announced his return. And from that point, it was pretty obvious he was going to get Damn 00154. It was a foregone conclusion. Damn 155 is probably the best record ever set at any point in the history of GoldenEye, I would say. I've made the case for that a number of times. But with the 1 second time saver, of course, Mark was going to go out there and improve it. I mean, look, it was Damn 155 was the longest Untied in the history of the game, 2,300 days. Nothing today is actually okay. Pettit's Frigate Secret Agent is at 1,400. It's almost gonna crack the top 10, but it still has 1,000 days to go to catch Damn 155. That says a lot. Let's see what Mark has in store for us. Of course, he woke up one day. He was watching some sort of podcast or news coverage. This was about 7 minutes into his session. He was just getting in a few runs before work. Nice headshot. Let's take a look. Yeah, like 8 people sent me the translation, Jackstar. I posted, in fact, in the Damn 00 thread. One hit there. Another hit there is 6 bars. That's about the minimum you want before going to the basement. It's very hard to survive the basement. The donation bar on top of the screen. Classic Rutsu. Oh, he's got to leave in one troll. One boost. He's at like 3-0 boost ratio. 3-1 boost ratio. Shoots looking down here. Beautiful. Lures the door open. Skips the guard. Gets another boost. 4-1 boost ratio. $5-1. Was that a back boost? I think we'll say 5-2. 6-2 ratio. Ghost health. Shot misses him.
Yeah, what's up then? What's up then? What's up then? Didn't play for a couple of days. I got this like 7th try or something. I played for 5 minutes. That's the untied right there. It says 154. Damn double agent. I fucking caked that. 11 November 2020. That's fucking right. That's how you fucking do it. That's how you do it, baby. Cake.
I mean, Clem has been playing for 154. He's had some close runs. That was the perfect frame to switch to. But none that have done it yet. Yeah, I mean, Clem has 155 now. Only Ace has 155. But there's been some renewed interest in the level. Joris, Wodahs, Irie, and Ilu all have got 156. That's all new. That all happened this year, in the past 2 months even. Clem 155. But Mark is atop with 154. It's just a Mark Rutsu run. I mean, he is who he is. He's just, you know, one of the greatest players to ever play the game. And it was very obvious that he was going to get this time if he tried, and it was not that difficult for him. Yeah, that probably was more of a boost. So maybe 7-1 ratio instead of 6-2, we can call it. So, yeah, I mean, just insane. And then, like, to clutch out this ending is it's not easy when you're on a world record pace run. It's pretty scary. Like, to nail the alarm, to nail the warp, to nail this door. You can get really hung up on this door. To nail the alarm, get off the dam. It's not easy. It's not easy, but Mark Rutsu makes it look easy. And, hey, with that, we have watched all of the Untitled world records set in GoldenEye this year. All 13 records. Bringing the total time of the game down to 1:10:46. Where will it be at the end of 2021? I guess we'll be back in a year to find out. Will we ever get sub 1:10? If we can cut another 15 seconds off and do this for the next 4 years, I mean, that'll get us close. So Mark hasn't really played much since then, so it's kind of interesting. Yeah, those are the Untieds. I mean, we can see, you know, Wodahs is now the champion by 80 points. Is really, you know, Ace. You'll notice Ace didn't get any Untied this year. We'll see him a lot in the Perfect Dark year in review, but in GoldenEye he had a quiet year. And Wodahs was able to take advantage and become the points champion, of course. Amazing stuff. Luke is still there in 3rd. Riolo shot up to 5th. Pretty amazing. Irie to 7th. You know, so a lot of stuff is swirling around. Joris is here in 18th. JD Black, 19th. Could he make a push? You know, Troy Nguyen is 13th. Might he be looking for his first Untied? There's a lot going on, and I guess time will tell what happens in 2021. Now, you know, that was a really epic look at all these insane Untitled records set in the year. More happened this year, though. There are other runs we're going to get into. And hey, this run, a Dark License to Kill completion by Icy Speedruns, is maybe the perfect thing for me to leave on while I go take a quick break. And we can all watch and marvel in this. You know, Icy became the 5th person to complete Silo Dark License to Kill. No one had done it since 2018, and so let's watch this really cool run. Max stats, takes 10 headshots to get rid of guards. 1 shot will pass you away. It's insane. I watched this run last night. Icy does all sorts of weird stuff, like... I don't quite understand exactly everything that's going on. Icy was telling me some interesting... posts. Dude, what the hell? Clem is still streaming? I guess he's probably, like, watching. He's probably, like, listening in. He's been live for 7 hours. Oh my god. Is he gonna eventually realize? Dude, what? The madman. I can't believe he's still alive. Yeah, you'll notice a lot of these strategies like Icy, and this is like always known from the very first DLTK completions, is like you lure a bunch of guards to an explosion, which is more likely to do damage to them than your shots. You need 10 shots to pass them away, whereas explosions can do it fairly easily. Icy said he's written an exhaustive guide about this. He was... I think he was like the last person to... or the most recent person to like beat all the levels on DLTK. Something like that. So that's pretty cool. It's this super difficult like challenge mode of the game. See, all this stuff's new. If you were to watch the other Silo DLTK runs by Boss and Boson and so on, a lot of the shooting in like seemingly random areas of the level is new to Icy, I believe. Icy has some really funny tool-assisted speedruns on his channel too. A lot of cool like Mario Party runs as well. Let's see what he does here. Yeah, usually you're good if the door's not fully open, usually you're not going to shoot through a door that's opening. So there he takes the tanks again. Yeah, although, Cal, 007 mode on English has a better auto-aim than 00 Agent. Believe it or not, it's true. So that guard saw him. 10 shots. And the funny thing is, you only get 10 ammo. So you have to use explosions to get rid of guards, otherwise you're going to run out of ammo eventually. Whoa. See, I don't know why he's shooting this guy's weapon instead of, like, or not going for the head here. I would like to know more about that. Like, there's obviously a reason for it. Icy wouldn't do this just, like, to troll. Always trying to, I see. He's trying to get a grenade pulled. That makes a lot of sense. I see. And he has to shoot repeatedly at the guard's hand, otherwise... I don't quite understand what's going on here. Like, why he's shooting down this hallway, it seems really strange. Oh, it took him over 100 hours to hit this one completion. I've thought about streaming this, because it'd be like interesting. It's kind of one of those, like, pointless grinds, where you're never going to... It's, like, never going to come to an end. So you can just, like, stream it forever, you know? So I've thought about doing that. I don't know. Luring 15 guards. That was a lot of guards. That was a lot of guards. I will say that much. That was, yeah. Well, Silo just seems like... fun? I don't know. Like, I could learn Facility DLTK and go for completions and stuff, but, like, I don't know, Silo just seems... there's something about it, right? Like, Boss's record has to be beatable. 816, like... It looks like Icy, like, wastes so much time. Oh, wow. Barely got rid of those guys. That would have been scary if he didn't. Then does he just run it with Oro? He hopes Oro doesn't shoot him. See, that guard's like annoyingly in the way. But how come the guard... Oh, he shot him from below. I see. He shot the guard a few times in the head from below. Then you can pass away there. It happens for sure. Yeah, no, it makes sense, right? It's really... I mean, hey, that was insane. Silo DLTK, 831, max stats, 1,000, 100, 100. Yeah, barely made it out alive. You can survive the initial pulse that explosion, so like, I believe David Cliff has the slowest possible completion. But we can see this was done in 2017 even, which is kind of crazy. This guy is weird. He was around like in 2005 and like disappeared. So it's kind of crazy to see him come back and play Silo DLTK. But yeah. Huh. That's interesting stuff. The embeds aren't working tonight on the Elite for some reason. No big deal. Okay, so now we have some other notable runs. I mean, look at all this stuff that I... Jeez. Icy's almost completion, Icy's choked run. Oh my... Wow, look... What? Look at how... What? Look at how much Icy wrote about this. Wow. That is cool. That is... I mean, that is passion. Icy did not do this for any monetary gain or any recognition. He did this because he wanted to, you know? Like, this is true art. Insane. And much appreciated stuff by Icy. Okay, so now we just have some other interesting runs that we're going to get to through the year that made the year kind of cool. We'll start with this one. Expert gamer Chris Rayola, Dan53. Take a look. His Dan54 was done in May 2001. In October 2020, he got Dan53. This is likely to be the longest period of time between PBs on a single level, A, in all of GoldenEye, and B, possibly in all of speedrunning combined. Obviously, nowadays, with the control style 2.3, or 2.2 and 2.4, which he's using, it's I don't want to say trivial, but it's become easier to get Dan53 nowadays than it was in 2002, 2003, 2004, of course. We have way more knowledge, very great gate, you save 1/3 of a second to start. So 53 has become easier. But it is still cool to see someone put it together and come back 19 years later. Well, thanks, Andy Hine. You know, I dedicate a lot of runs to other people. It's very kind of you to dedicate the run to me. I mean, feel free to link it or email me your run. I'd love to see it. So thanks, Andy. Well, Tyrannicide had 18 years between 54 and 53. That's pretty insane as well. But Expert Gamer had 19 years. 19 and a half, in fact. Almost 20. What's interesting with Expert Gamer is he's one of the guys who had one of his times removed. War, Perfect Agent 54. It was a time from early 2001 or 2 or 3 that just seemed way too good for the era, and it didn't have proof. But to his credit, Expert Gamer was like, you know what? Like, I understand. I think that time, you know, we could get into it more in the Perfect Dark year in review, but I think his time there is still like 6th place, and it was like 3rd place 2 or 3 years ago. And so it was like way too good to still be ranked with no proof. I mean, he's like, look, I understand, like, remove the time, you know? And that's like a very respectable response, you know? This time I claim I got, maybe he did get it, maybe not, who knows, years ago. I get that it stood up way better than anything else from its era. No video, fair enough, remove it. You can kind of juxtapose this with others who have kind of gone down with the ship saying, no, my insane claimed times from 2001 are all real. They all happened, you know, no denying it, no doubt. So, I think Expert's response to that speaks volumes about who he is, and that's pretty cool. So, big shouts to Expert Gamer on coming back and getting Dan 53. Very, very, very epic. I believe it. I believe it, JD. I believe that. The problem is, it's like way too insane to be ranked with no video. You know? And like, as recently as like 2 years ago, it would have been like 3rd place, you know? So, that's that. I think most people agree with that sentiment in general. Another cool Dan 53 was this one by Diara Palmer. A pretty epic story. So, oftentimes in the community, you know, like when you go to Twitch, you'll see like, oh, you go to categories. It's like, oh, this many people are streaming GoldenEye. Okay, I'm gonna click on GoldenEye and find a stream. Every now and then, you'll see. Look, speedrunning is a male-dominated thing. That's the truth. And so every now and then you will see, sometimes, a woman playing GoldenEye. And it is, like, a rarity, you know? Maybe one day it won't be, but as for right now, it is. And oftentimes some of the guys will go in the stream and start talking and trying to convince whoever it may be to take up speedrunning. And usually it doesn't happen. Usually they're just playing through and, you know, maybe going through the Nintendo 64 library, having a fun time, and a bit of nostalgia. But Gamer Girl was different. She decided, you know what? These speedrun guys are pretty cool. Just kind of a, you know, maybe a strange thing to think. But she, you know, I guess she really enjoyed the community, and a lot of people helped her out, and, hey, it was really cool to see her grind up the rankings this year and get some insane times. And damn 53 was one of them.
I didn't have to wiggle, actually. Like, I did wiggle, but I didn't even have to. I, like, went right through the fence. It's really cool.
It took her a few days to get damn 53, but she eventually did. And let's,
Did somebody clip that?
let's take a look. Let's take a look at the run.
That was a good fucking
Yes, I was going to bring that up in a moment, Cyclone. Yes. Really nice movement. Really good lock shot. I have the volume quite down. I'm sure there'll be like a volume warning at the end screen, so brace yourselves. 1.2, eh? I mean, maybe. I'll look up.
This should be it. Come on. This should be it.
It was a good run. It was a really good run. She nailed the run. Pretty insane stuff. And what is epic is, like, it only took her, like, 4 days. And it took me way longer to get to M53. That's, like, not that long of a grind to get 53. That's, like, she's really good at the game. Her statue, Agent 219, literally beats me and Clemens on the stage. That's not a joke. So, like, you know, geez, she's a good player. I wonder if she'll continue to play through 2021. I mean, even that was pretty recent, so it's been like a whole year-long journey. We'll see. Pretty cool. It's always cool to see new people getting involved in GoldenEye speedrunning, and that's yeah, one of the cooler runs of the year. So epic stuff. Gamer Girl 93, way to go. I feel like it was 2.3, right? Watching some of the cutscene, and then yeah, full speed 2. But or 2.2 or 2.4 control style, but still insane. Regardless, insane stuff. Now here's someone who took a lot longer to get Dan 53. This gentleman, Jack Star, took most of the year.
This had damn agent 5 minutes.
Every day, I would go into this guy's stream, and he would still be playing for 53, unable to get it, months on months on months. Literally, this went on for months.
Or what if it had 52 on it? Imagine that. Imagine someone had 52 but never heard of anything else.
Now, he was playing on PAL, and which is slower, but 53's been done on PAL. After months of playing on PAL and no 53, he finally got NTSC, and he was able to get this run.
Never heard of rankings or the Elite or speedrun.com or whatever it is.
You bring up an interesting philosophical question.
Oh, that weird boost.
Wow. I didn't know this run was dedicated to Cal. Insane. That was a good run, Jack Star. You finally did it. The madman.
Oh my god! Oh, it's over! Oh.
It was funny because a lot of people, like, there weren't that many GoldenEye streams this year. Like, Clem has been streaming lately. It was kind of on and off half the year, I would say, played overall. Like, Ace didn't stream much. You know, Wodahs and Luke have never really streamed much. Boss has never streamed. Mark only streamed a little bit, right? I certainly wasn't streaming. And so, like, Jack Star was, like, one of, like, the only few GoldenEye streams around. And so, like, literally every day, you'd be like, oh, is anyone on Twitch? And it would be, like, just Jack Star playing for damn 53. Oh, man. And, like, finally, almost, it took him, like, think about it this way. Diara took 4 days to get damn 53. Again, she had NTSC, of course. Jack Star took 5 months to get damn 53. And this is the thing, you know, everyone's journey is different. Everyone has their own path. Everyone has different circumstances we come from. You know, in this case, Jack Star was hampered by the PAL console, but you know, it was once said that it ain't about how fast you get there, it's the climb. And Jack Star's climb towards damn 53 was one of the more epic things from this year in GoldenEye speedrunning. So yeah, it certainly kept me company some nights. I'd be like kind of bored. I'd be, you know, maybe working on something, and I'd open Jack's stream, and I knew it wasn't a stream that I had to pay that much attention to, because I knew he probably wasn't going to get 53 that night, you know? I even tried to will Jack Star into getting it by making a similar forum post to the one I made about Callie and Statue, or about Statue in general. I wonder if I can find it. Let's see. It was a funny post. I was like, oh, you know, it's gonna, one of these days, Jack Star's not gonna, he's gonna get it on double. I think he said he was gonna get it on 00 accidentally, is what I said. Let's see. Jack. Jack. No, I don't see on my last like 100 posts or something, so what, my last 150. There we go. There we go. Check this out. I found the post. And he still didn't get it for another 3 weeks. So Jack Star will first get Dan 53 on Secret or even 00. He's getting too complacent, not paying enough attention during runs. He's almost enjoying endlessly playing for Dan 54 over and over again. I think on one run he will inadvertently pick the wrong difficulty and fluke Dan 53 on Secret or 00 Agent. This will give him the confidence and focus needed. There's just too much bad energy surrounding Jack Star's Dan 53 at this point. The dam must break another way. Very, very, very funny. But that did not work the same way as it did for Statue 217. So, very, very epic stuff. Way to go. Way to go, Jack. Now, here's some interesting stuff as well. So, on Surface 2 Secret Agent, obviously, the world record is like 47. You have to hope to get a grenade. And then chuck the grenade from far away and blow up the communications link. This is extremely difficult and not enjoyable in the least, as far as I'm concerned. However, the new strategy on Surface 2 makes it so that you can simply shoot through the wall from miles away and complete it that way and not need a grenade. And this also gives you a shot at the completion every single run, instead of only once every, you know, 20 or 30 minutes. Beautiful run here by Gromik. Unbelievable run. Michel Grousman. And this time 51 is worth 69 points. So it's a solid run. Nicely done, Gromik. Unbelievably, he kept going and would get 50 this way. Apparently he was like really grinding for it. Now, I'll tell you some of the players who have 50 as their PB on this level, okay? Yours truly, Mark Rutsu, Carl Jobst, Ilari Pekala. You know, these are some decent players historically in the game of GoldenEye who all have 50 as the PB on the stage because, again, we don't enjoy playing over and over for a grenade and hoping to hit an insane Arlene throw. So it's like we get one grenade completion and call it a day. But Gromik has found a way with this strategy to snipe out the comms from super far away, and on this run he would indeed get a 50-second personal best on the stage. A lot of other players choked 50. Okay, interesting. Let's take a... I'll see if I can open that link. Yeah. Epic. There we go. Gromik 50. Insane. And that's worth 76 points. Like, a solid time. He apparently had to grind for it quite a bit, so, like, it's not cake by any means. But it's, I would say, easier than waiting for a grenade. That's, like, the death of me. Gromik. They might be sleeper PBs, but the grind was intense, especially the grind for 50. It was hard to pace 50 on PAL, so he was playing PAL, by the way. I think Arlene's are like much harder to pull off on PAL, or maybe impossible. So if you have PAL, if you're stuck with PAL as your only console, you might have to go with that window shot strategy anyways. I'll just show the technique. This is Bezgabov's 47, is the first person to get it. You have to get a grenade, and then there's the grenade, and then you have to like do an insane throw. Like this is not enjoyable to play for. Some people enjoy it. I mean, all the power to them, but I mean, geez Louise. So that's the world record strategy. Gromik was the guy who maybe made the best use of the new strategy. So he got insane comms luck. He got 6 out of 7 completions, which were fast ones. He choked all the runs. He pushed himself through the pain. He got 50. He got 50. That's pretty cool. What's he say? My goal was to elevate the strategy to the max and submitting my name by achieving something groundbreaking. I'm not a top player at all, but I want to show you can achieve anything if you truly have the dedication for it. During the 2 months I played, nothing else than Service 2 Secret Agent, putting my will and soul into the snow, from 125 in May to 50 November. I mean, that's pretty cool. You know, a lot of people in the wider speedrun community, I will say, get really caught up on this like thing they call world record culture. And like maybe it exists in other games, right? But like I don't really see it in GoldenEye, because these cool runs are celebrated. You know, obviously not to the same effect as, oh, Rutsu's Dam 154 or Henrik's Train 56, but they are celebrated and respected. And I don't want to preach or sound pretentious or sanctimonious or anything, but I think other communities could learn from that. And yeah, I think that'd be cool. So really, really epic stuff. Way to go, Gromik. I love the kind of vaporwave avatar as well. He's only made 2 posts in the forum, and they were both about this this grind. So going for SA Turbo 25. Dude, do it up. I hope you get it. That's pretty cool. Good luck out there. Okay. Alright, this next run I'm going to show. It is a music video. Unfortunately, YouTube cannot see it. I will link it in the description. It is simply a Caverns 101. It is not that interesting in the grand scheme of things. You know, 30 plus people have 101 Caverns. So it's not that insane. However, this was the grind of one Sammo Sammy. He played this for years. He had achieved 57 102s. He had achieved 1 world record previously, which is probably like a oh, it was Streets 111. So it's kind of insane. He's kind of a high potential player. Yeah, gone too soon. He hasn't passed away, but he's kind of gone AWOL. He got the miracle run. On Caverns Agent, you're hoping to get like 3 boosts, 4 boosts, 5 boosts. This was an 8 boost run. Finally put him out of his misery of months and months of grinding. It's maybe my favorite video of the year. Let's enjoy.
The most ridiculous run ever. What was that, like 8 boosts?
Oh, it was like 8 boosts. Yeah, I mean, Sammo could get pretty mad, he'd get pretty ragey. Like I sometimes would in 2017 or earlier, although I was often playing it up on stream back then. But I would get really angry, like 07, 06, I'd get super angry. He kind of plays like that. Which isn't healthy, man. It's way healthier to be positive. And, you know, you gotta get... It's tough. It's really tough. It is really tough to get beyond that and kind of get into the... It is just a game. It doesn't matter. We all end up pushing up daisies in dirt at the end of the day. So, it is what it is, you know? But, hey, for the moment of joy it brought Sammo, that was pretty epic. I've commented on this video like 4 times. There was this meme about the pink comet arriving and making 2020 a great year. Didn't quite work out that way, but at least Sammo got Caverns 101. This is the best Caverns 101 of all time. Look at Grimbo. Whenever I'm feeling down, I watch this video. It works every time. Simply beautiful, and the energy it has is so inspiring. Watching this video again today because it's so inspiring. Nice run, dude. Almost as good as your former Action Girls Racing. What an amazing speedrun. 2020 will always be remembered for this run. Yeah, YouTube somehow thinks it's Melee. I mean, geez, it's just... It's my favorite run of the year, by far. It's beautiful. I wish Sammo the best. I wish all of his dreams come true. And everything in life works out for him. That's what I truly wish for Sammo Sammy. And I wish it for everybody else as well, but especially Sammo, because, you know what, he can sometimes be in a dark place, and you can see how elated he is here. I hope he feels this way more often. A couple more runs I'll show that were significant this year. Obviously, this Frigate 22 by White Ted is insane. Tying a Carl and Tide. Very cool run. We'll watch it again here, even though I did dedicate a whole video to it. This one I gotta dedicate at least one more run to a SpeedLore champion. And so this one's gotta go to our pal, 4-Day Bender. Thank you for supporting SpeedLore so loyally on Patreon. Let's reminisce about this remarkable run from White Ted. Frigate Agent 22. From August 21st, 2000. He's using 2.3. I've been saying 2.3 all night. It's been a slip of the tongue. He's actually using 2.3 to shoot slightly above center plane in the opening cutscene and eliminate a hostage-taking guard right there. One hostage is out. Now he only needs to rescue one hostage there. Amazing.
Very good.
Very good. This run has a chance. Back boost.
Yes! Oh my god. It might be, it might be. The ramp was a bit dodgy. Oh my god.
He nailed the run, and I mean, it's pretty insane. Like, a lot of the time, the kind of science guys aren't the champion players. You know, but to see, you know, White Ted has invented so many strange strategies. You know, the double OK strategy on Surface 1 that nobody's used yet. And so to see him on the top of Frigate Agent, you know, with another great player, it's cool to see. It's cool to see White Ted get that 22 with that really, really weird strategy. Yeah, exactly, Cyclone. It is impossible. Like, you need to play GoldenEye for 2 weeks with 1.2 and then try to play it with 2.3, and then you'll get the picture. So, very cool stuff from Ted. Amazing job. The other world record run I'm going to show tonight is this. Believe it or not, Runway 21 got tied. No one was thinking about this. This Joachim Lung, Swedish fellow, I hope I gave that a reasonable pronunciation, decided to play for Runway 21. You know, once the code had been cracked by Berg, the level kind of gets wide open and other people can jump in there and now they know the secret, right? So it makes it easier for, you know, the Trailblazer has the hardest path. But Joachim Lung obviously saw what Berg did. He wanted 21 and he went for it. So I didn't think this one had a chance at all. I'm sure I've had better runs in this. Show to Berg and White Ted for being absolute legends and pioneers in this level and making this time possible. I have to thank Goose as well for making the Is Runway 21 Possible video, which got me to speedrunning this game. Thanks to the guys who were supportive when I started out and believed in me during this grind. Very cool stuff. Way to go. Let's take a look. I think, obviously, people weren't as shocked as when Berg got 21, but, like, no one was expecting a guy who, I mean, frankly, most people had never heard of. Most people didn't know that this guy was ever speedrunning the game. But again, we can see the 8-grenade juggle executed perfectly. I mean, geez. 9 boosts. And he absolutely nailed it. Way to go, Joachim. Way to go. He says, my grind for 21 is not as interesting as Berg's. I'll go over some stuff. He said he used the music to time his runs, analyzing if they were particularly fast or slow. He said he was watching the Silo 00 SpeedLore during this run. That's pretty cool. I kind of wonder how many epic records have been set while watching SpeedLore or my videos. It's kind of interesting to think. You know, you kind of just go about your day doing what you do, and it can be easy to underestimate the kind of impact you might have on others, you know? So it's kind of interesting to think. It's cool. Cool he got during a lore. He said the music from the SpeedLore run drowned out the music from the game, from his runway, so he didn't know how fast it was. He skipped the cinema and was in shock for 5 minutes. Wow, let's show this comparison. So he says in this comparison that his 21 is 5 frames slower than his best 22. Again, this is sort of just the way the GoldenEye timer works mysteriously. Very similar runs, though. Very similar runs. Yeah. Over 200 8-0 22s. 2 in a row. Huh. Yeah, it is crazy time. Way to go. Absolutely way to go. Amazing job. And congratulations, not only to you, but to all of the gentlemen and women who achieved amazing speedruns here in the year 2020. Way to go. Well, now is the time. We're going to wrap up pretty soon. I have about a dozen clips open. These are the favorite clips of the year. Ace and SpeedLore champion Sammy Limex suggested a bunch of clips in the thread, and a couple other clips have popped up to show. So these are going to be kind of short, quick hits. Some of them are funny, some of them are choked runs or fails. And, you know, we'll end on kind of a lighter note this episode. I think that's what we could all use in the remarkable year of 2020 current era. So first, let's chuck on this clip of Birdie.
You're basically getting like half boosts out of it.
Birdie is known for choking a lot of runs. You know, he can handle that kind of statement. He also, you can see in this video, he actually worked on himself the past couple years and became much more attractive. Both, maybe not in spirit, but certainly physically, and his spirit is equally attractive as it once was. So, huge props to Birdie on that, which is much more important than choking or not choking speedruns. I've actually never seen this clip. I want to see what happens.
A couple half boosts. Why not?
Completes the level. Completes the objective. Misses the mine throw.
I don't believe it.
Wow. He missed a 43-second improvement.
I don't believe it. That's unbelievable to me.
So he does have a 53, it looks like. But yeah, that obviously... Oh, that was actually recent. He had 56 before then, which is not worth points. So he actually didn't have points that would have been worth like 70 points. And he missed. He missed. It happens, guys. It happens. Let's see what other epic clips we have here. Okay, this one's cool. This channel, Dev in the Internet, two lads. They were inspired by the original 2.x GoldenEye speedrun performed at GDQ 2014, and they wanted to get some single level times with 2.x with two players playing, you know, Bond. One player controls the strafing and one player controls the other stuff. And they played Bunker 1 and went for 17. They grinded quite a bit for it. Let's take a look.
Okay, alright, let's go. Pop and boost. Oh, double. Oh, triple. Oh my god, we're flying. Come on, just good line. Here we go, good line. Here we go.
Double roller!
I got the door! Alright, okay, come on, go, go. I need a rhythm. Okay. Come on, come on. Okay, chill out. It's an 18. Don't get excited. Not even crazy. It's not even that crazy.
Yes! Yes!
Let's fucking go! Wow! Oh my god! 17!
They did an amazing job. That was really cool. A very novel run this year. I wonder if we'll see these guys attempt more levels, or what. I wonder exactly what. I wonder if anyone else will be inspired to play like this as well. So that's pretty cool. Nice stuff. A lot of these clips are Clemens. This one is titled "Insane Run Dies at Last Possible Moment." So this is recent. Clemens has been playing Damn Double O, trying to get 154.
Like god-like pace, but I'm so dead.
Nice boost. Nice mainframe. Insane boost. Insane boost. Is this the run?
Dude. Dude.
Okay, that was really well clipped. That sucks. I mean, that has happened to me. Like, I have a famous clip where that happened. I don't know if it's still around. I think in the same spot. It's so rare though. It's really rare to pass away there. Yeah. Unfortunate. No, it's from a previous year, Venom, so don't bother. Just to say it happens. It happens. This is Clem apparently playing blindfolded runway.
That was hot. Let's go.
You know, I don't know, man. I'll tell you this much. I once played runway blindfolding at like 2 minutes, and I could see light through like a shirt on top of my head.
Oh, I got it! I got it! Yes!
Okay, Clem got 26, which is a very good time. So it's like, you know, was I, you know, cheating per se? I could see like the light flashes when I would shoot, so I could tell if I was in front of a wall or something. It's kind of cheating, you know. It's like, so I kind of always come to doubt blindfolded runs personally. Do I believe Clemens got 26 blindfolded? I can believe that Clem was honest. He's insane at the game, so I can kind of believe. I mean, it looks really good. He looks like he's playing super well. I don't know. It was hot. It was insane, but yeah. I mean, 26. Hey, this is the purported runway agent blindfolded run world record. What's funny is when I was watching the last few runs, the suggested video right below like the current PB I was watching was this like guy who apparently cheated, you know, in Mario 64 blindfold, you know. Like this was the suggested video. Obvious cheater. It's like, dude, does anyone actually care? Like, I hate to say it, but like, it's a blindfolded run. He's not getting 137, 120 star. You know, it's like, anyway, I don't know what to say. I'm just always skeptical of blindfolded runs, so it is what it is. I believe, though, you know what, Clemens, I trust Clemens. 26 seconds, great job. Way to go, Clem. So this one was an Australian meet. Of course, Australia's had so-called donut days. If you know, that's all I'll say. If you know what that is, then you know what it is. YouTube doesn't like talking about it at a deeper level than that. So the Australian mates were able to meet up recently. I guess this new player, Will, not Will Wexylever, another Will, was playing Control, and Cal or someone was simply counting the end timer in his head. 16 seconds from when the message disappears. And he nailed it, and I guess Ace was super impressed by this.
Aroused.
59 again, 59 again.
So we're in 17.
Alright, Luke, you're my timing.
Okay, so it's 10 now. 12, 13,
when are we going
14, 17, 16, go.
Oh!
Too
late.
Got stuck. Probably lost half a second there. I think because you got stuck on the door after the 8.
Is that going to be a time? Well, that's going to be sure.
Man!
I was hoping it was 402.
That was... These are the hardest points in GoldenEye.
Yeah, they counted really strangely. Was that his PB? Was that his PB? Because, I mean, hey, it's always a good time with the mates, hanging out and chatting. I guess it was Luke, I guess, counting. I like the reaction to, you know, far out, mate. Yeah, that was his new PB by a 1 second cut. So, great job. Oh, it was a dupe. It was a dupe by William Lyle. Stale Beeflet. Stale Beeflet is his name. From the land down under. Looks like he's from what they call Melbourne. If you're, you know, Canadian or American, you might not know, but they pronounce it Melbourne, even though it looks like it should be Melbourne. So, I think that's where they were hanging out in Melbourne, enjoying their donut days and enjoying a good time playing GoldenEye. So, good stuff. Okay. Here's a clip. It says it's called Jump Scare. It's not really a jump scare. Illu simply yells when something happens. He's playing Service 2 Double Agent.
Shit. That scared the hell out of me.
It happens. Sometimes you go for the grenade and it blows up and you shoot it by accident. Illu was doing this insane strategy I don't know if his PB is the strat. Where he has 119. Is his PB that strategy? It's like a wacky... He gets a grenade. He does everything that you saw Clemens and JD Black do. But he does some other stuff as well. Let's see. Let's honestly see. I'm very interested. It's worth checking out. So let's see this technique. With this nade technique. Yeah, this is going to be really cool.
Grenade.
Okay, watch this. This is actually one of the cooler strats of the year. He was going for the world record with it. Didn't quite work out. But he came very, very close. As you can see in the description, he has a 117 comms fail. So he almost got the Untied 117. So we're seeing he's skipping the traditional first camera, which I tried to get people to call the south cam, but didn't really catch on. Goes immediately over here, gets these two cameras. Yeah, Ilu would always call out nade to alert people who were tabbed out, which was really well appreciated. I enjoyed these Ilu streams a lot. So see, he has 2 full clips there. So this, clearly, if this is 119, this must save a lot of time what he's going to do next. He uses the grenade and throws it from over here, and watch this. Objective A completed. You use the grenade to to shoot out that first camera.
That was a shitty throw. Fuck, it's like 120. It might be a 120, just barely. Fucking hell.
It's true, Wexy Lever, it's true.
Oh wow, okay. I mean, for that run, that's kind of fun.
Let's watch the.
So from a little bit too far, a tiny bit. It was risky.
Let's watch the 117 fail. This will be interesting.
Interesting how I was like just 1 day late for not surprising though, because the nadeless strat is quite more consistent to get completions on.
Yes, you would call.
118 is very solid with that strat.
We would call the other strat nadeless because there was no nade.
I mean, he could have got 119 probably a while back if he had only gone for like safe runs with that strat. But yeah, I did believe that I'm not far from a completion, and there was.
So
it's still not super YOLO, but it needs to be a quite solid run. 116. Oh, nade.
yes,
Let's
like
go.
116 is obviously clearly possible. So like that's a 2-second untie that's out there for the taking. Ilu's the only guy who really has tried the strategy though. And again, the third camera, or the north cam, the one through the fence, is so hard to hit. Like, I would put on double RCP 90 and shoot 1,000 shots at it and not hit it. Meanwhile, Ilu's there, like, caking it, you know? It's kind of like, You know, it's insane. These guys are too insane. Yeah, I guess when they play a lot, they get a really good feel of where the camera is. But here, check this out. He blows it up, but he didn't. He missed. He missed the shots on the comms, unfortunately. Oh, and he missed the camera. I thought he hit all the cameras as well. But yeah.
I missed the nade throw. The first shot window. Oh my god.
But still, shows 117's possible, so that's out there, you know. The shots didn't do enough damage. Wow, that's weird. That's crazy. I mean, very complicated level. I would say if people had to pick like 1 or 2 stages that they would think would be untied again in 2021, then Surface 200 is probably up there, so I guess we'll see. Okay, oh, here's a good clip, guys. It's Sammo Sammy again. Not quite as joyous as his Caverns 101. Look, there's been other speed games where people pause too early before the run's complete. Don't do that, my friends. Don't do that, my friends. Going for the depot warp. It is very common. A lot of people do that. This one will probably be a yell. Yeah, what happens is your muscle memory goes, oh, I missed the warp, I'll quit out and try again. Meanwhile, on the time you hit the warp, well, your muscle memory, yeah, gets you to quit out. You can see Sammo's like already face-palming. Like, he's already face-palming. Like, before he's even in the pause. Too funny.
Yeah, like a gold splits. I can maybe sub 29.
Clem's there sounding like Marv from Home Alone. Clem played a lot of these clips now are Clemens doing full game runs. He actually got the world record on Secret Agent and Double Agent, but not 100%, which he was going for most of the time. These are all going to be fail clips of Clemens, so that's pretty much going to take us to the end of the stream, guys. So let's just enjoy some of the chaos from these. This is why full game runs maybe aren't the most commonly played in GoldenEye.
Let's go!
This one's pretty tough. This one's pretty tough. This looks to be on world record pace. It's 30 seconds from when you insert the data.
Yes!
So 30:33 pace.
No! 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 What? I had so much health, man.
It is kind of
I
insane.
had so much health, dude. How did I die?
He had a lot of health. I'm surprised Objective B doesn't complete in the fade. I thought it would because the time would run down.
I had so much health, man.
He did have a lot of health. He would eventually complete a 30:33. It's the new world record, so it worked out for him in the end. This one was actually really epic. I love this clip. If I make a 100% world record progression video, this will be in it. When you go to Michigan, guards can pull grenades. If you don't pass them away fast enough, the fuse is pulled.
Wow. Insane archives.
Thus, if you then pass them away, the grenade will go off. You have to talk to Mission for
like a low 55 bit.
You have to talk to him for like 20 seconds in here.
Come on. Come on! Oh god!
That was pretty clutch. He got out of there in time. The grenade almost passed away in Italia and Michigan. Yeah, jeez. This one's called Bunker 1 Untied World Record Holder, clipped by Wodahs. This is true, Clements has the Bunker 1 Untied 101, double agent. This is a full game run. Let's see how he handles his level of mastery.
No!
Funny stuff. I mean, hey, maybe full game runs, like, it is fun to see all these clips, but, like, it's so painful to play and, like, lose runs to this ridiculous stuff. This one is called The Nade. The Nade. I have no idea what this is. Oh, it's Secret Agent. This is Secret Agent, okay.
What the f***? Are you serious?
He could have played around it. Like, you do see it land as he unpauses. He could have backtracked and, like, wasted 5 seconds right there. But, like, it's such an unlikely thing. You're not thinking, like, your muscle memory is just taking over. I think that face has become an emote. I think it has. This one's funny. It's called Nat Headshot. I wonder what happens. Remember Greenunet's Bunker 53? A lot of taking out cameras and shooting very precisely. It's like, what are the odds? It's like, what are the honest odds, man? It was just like random auto-aim spray, too. We got 2 more clips tonight. I guess he's just playing Aztec for fun. There's not really any, like, timer going on. There's nothing to, he's messing around with Jaws. Oh, and then another nade goes off. Clem's getting pwned by these nades. This one's funny. Clem had a really hard time with Cradle. There's a Trev self-pass-away strategy, where if you stand here, Trev drops a grenade on himself. And Clem lost a lot of runs to this for some reason.
Hello?
And you can see he's like getting frustrated.
Why does this always happen?
The nade's not dropping. There it is.
Okay, that's just...
It's like guards with body armor take a while for take like 1 or 2 pulses of the explosion for it to wear off. So if they do pass away from explosions, by the time they do, it like really launches them across the room. And it's just hilarious that he's launched out of the hut. It's like really unexpected. Very, very, very funny stuff. But hey, my friends, that was a glimpse into the year that was in GoldenEye speedrunning 2020. A lot of amazing runs, a lot of fun moments, a lot of stuff that will live on forever in the history of speedrunning this game. You know, hey, like I said earlier tonight, you know what? This year hasn't been great for everyone, certainly, but hey, for me, you know, it wasn't that much different from any other. And, you know, as a guy making videos and hanging out in the basement talking about video games, that was that. And I'm sure a lot of these GoldenEye speedrunners playing the game, you know, maybe got them through some tough times or lightened up their year. And at the end of the day, that's, you know, what you hope gaming or speedrunning is there for. To have some fun and lighten things up. And a lot of good times shared on tonight's stream. I hope it lightened your day up. As well as the year 2020 comes to a close and we enter the new year, 2021. A huge thanks to all these SpeedLore legends for supporting the SpeedLore series on Patreon. Truly this year, your support was unbelievable. The legends and the champions, of course. You know, honestly, in 2018, I was starting to feel like SpeedLore was almost like a bit of a burden to do instead of making, you know, videos that were more watchable. But it's kind of become my life's work now, and it's thanks to all of you for supporting so kindly and really making me able to do this instead of, you know, working on other types of videos and you know, more widespread content. So I truly appreciate it, and many people will appreciate it too, because a lot of people enjoy watching SpeedLore, and I'm sure they're thankful for you guys helping make it happen. So hey, the legends, the champions, all the other supporters, the lurkers, the chatters, the researchers, everyone who suggests a clip, everyone who brings up something relevant in chat during the lore, a huge thanks to you. You are all a part of making this happen, and I truly appreciate it. My friends, I will be back in January with the continuation of the GoldenEye SpeedLore series and the Perfect Dark year in review as well. So keep your eyes peeled until then. And hey, the journey never ends. The journey never ends. Wishing you all the best in health and happiness, peace and prosperity as we go on to 2021. Thank you for watching. Stay true, my friends. Have a good night.